Okay, just a little update for you. Here's the onions that I started in the winter, and the parsley. They're coming along well. This is in my upper bed behind the carport. The beans kind of took a little bit of a kicking from the frost, but hopefully they'll survive. Once again, I can't see what I'm filming, so I hope I'm getting all this. I have some fennel coming up. There's some trees that have started. The rest is pretty much just weeds that I haven't gotten to weeding yet. I'm still waiting for the rest to come up. Here's some, apparently I had a bag spill open. This looks like the fennel almost, but I'm not sure. So, we'll find out. The chives are coming up well. The peas along the back are coming up good. Hopefully they'll climb up the fencing that I have there. And I gotta weed the rest of this, but this should all be strawberries. Hopefully they sprout. There's been no sign yet. I'm hoping I get something. We've had a ton of rain. I haven't finished my pond yet, obviously, but I've got the fence up, and I've just got to finish forming it and get the rest of the rocks in. I've got more there. That tree there will be used in it, and I've got a lot of yard work to catch up on. But I've just been busy with the Ag Society and Fire Department and work. As you can see, the Johnny Jump Ups, or the pansies, they're doing quite well. They were my grandmother's favorite flowers, so I've kept them around. These here, I'm trying to remember whether I think they might be an iris, I don't know, I forget. But they've just been coming up naturally since I've been here, just like the pansies. I planted some stuff here, and yet, honestly, I forgot to mark what I planted, so I don't know what's coming up there. This one I'm quite excited about. It's a little tree that started coming up, and it looks like the same leaves as my apple tree, and so I'm really hoping it's a little apple tree coming up, and I hope it'll bear some fruit someday. So we'll see what else comes up in this. Here you can see these are chives that I planted last year, actually, and they're just finally growing now. Last year the weeds got away, so I've been just trying to keep up this year a little more. As you can see, I'm not totally caught up, but the chives that are ahead up, they're doing quite well. My onions are unreal. This is, well, they're waist high. So I'm not big, I'm only 5'9", but still they're up to my waist. So, as is the rhubarb. It's doing quite well. Some of it's ready to harvest already. I've been harvesting the onions and chives for 2 months now. The bleeding hearts, they're up and just beautiful. And I've got the peonies flowering. My tree is flowered, and it is they're starting to die already. They'll be producing their little red berries. I know of no use for these. If you happen to know of a use, I'd love to hear of it. The cherry tree, which I found out recently, is actually only decorative. But it is quite pretty when it's bloomed. Unfortunately, I missed that. My apples are coming already. I'm quite happy to see that. I've been giving it a ton of water this year. This has been a very well-producing tree for me, and I want to get a lot more apple trees. My spinach, it has been an amazing crop, and as you can see, it's already going to seed, a lot of it. Not all of it, though. I've been eating it quite a bit, and I've given quite a bit away, and I've just got more than I can use. It's unreal how this stuff has grown, but we have had so much rain. It's just been incredible, but it is delicious. Even the little seed tops, just chow them right down. As you can see, I've got some peas growing here, potatoes, my rose bush here, my other rose bush is coming back. Recently a friend of mine built a house and had too many trees. These are green ash. I planted 10 of them up along the edge of this yard. and then up along the north of my yard as well. I didn't want to do the south because I wanted the sun to keep coming through. I haven't got to a garden at all this year yet for the main garden. I'm going to turn it over again and just try to kill off some of the weeds and grass this year. I just haven't had time, so I'm going to concentrate on some of this other, get as much in as I can. I've got to get this weeded though. I've just got to catch up on some stuff rather than put more on this year. I got to get caught up. But these are my strawberries that I planted last year. And despite the weeds, they're coming up okay. And even flowering, so I got to get my butt in gear and get them weeded. I spent quite a few hours mowing the other day. Got all this mowed down here. If you ever want on YouTube, look up guerrilla gardening. It's quite interesting. And I decided to start by using some of the sod that I've dug out of my house, out of my yard, and starting to dam up this area a little bit so I have more water to get. And as you can see, it's already pooling up quite a bit more than it is there. So it's working quite well for me. I'm going to do that in several spots along here so that I can fill up this tank. I've got 4 barrels full in the top of the yard of water. They're doing quite well. The compost, I've just about got it full again, and I'm just letting it rot down. The bottom half I can actually use. It's good compost. Here in this bed, these will flower to a nice red flower. They're actually quite nice to look at. Got these guys down here, planted 2 potatoes, fighting a battle with these thistles. They're a nightmare, and with quackgrass. But part of the battle when you're doing it organic, it's just a matter of trying to keep up with it. And in the end, it's actually, you end up appreciating your garden more because you see it more, you pay more attention. The trees are budding. They've been liking this rain. We could do with a little sun, but I won't complain about the rain. We've been having some drought years, so the trees are doing good. I'm happy. Now, I've got some dog tracks in here, which I don't like because I have cucumbers planted in here. I planted some raspberries this year. And I've got a row of corn. There's a couple just starting to come up there and amongst the quackgrass. And some carrots. Up this part of the yard, there's not too many changes. My little lilac bush, I believe it is, that I planted last year, is doing quite well. I had one cherry tree that I planted that hasn't done anything. Sadly, it didn't make it. It was a white cherry. And then up along here, I have my Valentine cherry. It's coming quite good. My May tree did nothing, and then all of a sudden, it's started new roots. So I'm happy to see that. There's signs of life here. Okay, well, I had my brother stop by and visit, so I took a little break. Got a little tree growing here. The other trees that I showed you earlier up in the north bed, they're the same as that big tree growing up there. Like I say, I can't see what I'm filming, so I hope I'm getting this. I've got a lot of weeds coming up in here, but a lot of dill as well. This is French tarragon. It's like a licorice and mint flavor. I've got regular mints coming up. I've got spearmint, apple mint. There should be more mints coming up as well. I've got orange mint, cat mint, several plants in here. As well as some of the other plants that I had going. I've got some oregano and some thyme coming up that I planted last year. The dill is definitely taken off. The hen and chicks is doing amazing. It's quite a neat plant. So,